6 member ring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up to this 12. One benzene ring always contain 12 sigma bond and 3 pi bond. This is always true. One benzene ring always contain 1 sigma bond and 3 pi bond. Now this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there will be 19 sigma bond. How many pi bond? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be 5 pi bond. So up to this 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 sigma bond and 5 pi bond are present in the cinnamic acid. So here you must remember that one benzene ring contain 12 sigma bond and 3 pi bond. So you can calculate this. So in this way we can find out the number of sigma bond and pi bond. Say this compound. Yes, calculate shape of find the hybridization of central atom of following compounds and state their shape. So hybridization of following compound and state their shapes. What will be this? Kiki compound? Say NH4 plus PCl3 ICl2 minus XCOF2 P5 SnCl2. These are the compound, and you have to find out the hybridization of the central atom. Here nitrogen, here phosphorus, here iodine, here xenon, here phosphorus, here tin. So how will you calculate this? Remember the formula for the hybridization of the central atom. What is the formula? First find the H. H equal to number of valence electron plus number of monovalent atom minus charge of cation plus charge of anion by 2. So for NH4 plus, the H equal to nitrogen have 5 valence electron, 4 monovalent atom at us, 1 charge of carbon by 2, that is 4. 4 means so sp3 hybridization. And all are bond pair, there is no lone pair. What will be shape? Ideal shape, tetrahedral. So NH4 plus, the nitrogen atom is sp3 hybridization and it has tetrahedral shape. Now next, the PCl3. First find the H. Phosphorus have valence electron 5, 3 monovalent atom, charge of cation 0, charge of anion 0 by 2, that is 4. So it is also sp3, but out of 5 valence electron, 3 electron involved in resonance. So here 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So what will be shape? The ideal shape how is it? Tetrahedral, but due to presence of lone pair, the shape will be distorted tetrahedral or pyramidal shape. If in the tetrahedral hybridization, sp3 hybridization, there is 1 lone pair electron, then shape will be distorted tetrahedral or pyramidal. So PCl3 have shape pyramidal shape due to presence of 1 lone pair. Now next, ICl2 minus, what will be H? Valence electron of iodine 7 plus 2 monovalent atom minus 0, plus 1. Charge of anion 1 by 2 equal to 5. 5 means sp3d. If all are bond pair, the shape should be trigonal bipyramidal. But here only the 2 bond is present and there is 3 lone pair. So shape will be linear because 3 bond pair and 2 bond pair and 3 lone pair. So ideal shape should be trigonal bipyramidal, but due to presence of 3 lone pair, the shape will be linear. So ICl2 minus have linear shape. Next, XeOF2. What will be the hybridization? Xenon have valence electron 8. Oxygen you don't count because it is divalent element. You count the fluorine by 2. That is 5. 5 means sp3d. How many bond pair? Say xenon. This is called T-shaped. 2 bond lone pair and 1 bond pair. So this will be T-shaped. So XeOF2 have T-shape due to presence of 2 lone pair. Now PCF5. What will be H? Phosphorus have valence electron 5 and 5 monovalent atom by 2. 5 sp3d. All are bond pair. So what will be ideal shape? Trigonal bipyramidal. Shape. So in PF5, the phosphorus atom has sp3d hybridization, and since all the 5 electron pair are bond pair, so it has ideal shape of trigonal bipyramidal. The last one, SnCl2. You know the tin belongs to group 14. So number of valence electron 4 plus 2 chlorine atom monovalent by 2. 3 means sp3. What will be the ideal shape of sp3? Planar shape, but it has 1 lone pair. Here 2 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So shape will be bend shape or angular shape. Angular due to presence of 1 lone pair. So in this way, this is very important for the chemical bonding part. In this way, we can calculate both the state of hybridization of the central atom and the ideal shape or distorted shape. Hello student, any problem? Hello? Regarding this part I have already discussed in the previous class. I only repeat some question about the hybridization and shape of the molecule. Any problem regarding this part? So the next part, very important part, another type of bond I have already told that beside the ionic bond and covalent bond, and there are another 2 types of bond. One is called coordinate bond. And another that is in your syllabus is the hydrogen bonding. So these 2 parts will be discussed today. First is a coordinate bond. Covalent bond are formed by mutual sharing of electron. Coordinate bond also formed by sharing of electron but unequal sharing of electron. In the formation of coordinate bond, one element, but one atom has a excess lone pair electron and other atom have a vacant orbital. So lone pair electron can be donated to vacant orbital by unequal sharing. That is, one atom donate both the electron and other atom only accept the electron. The atom which donate the electron is called donor and the atom which accept the electron is called acceptor, and the bond is formed in the direction from donor to acceptor by an arrowhead. For example, very simplest example you have already learned in class 10. Say NH4 plus, what will be structure? You know that ammonia molecule, the 3 hydrogen atom form 3 covalent bond with 3 valence electron of nitrogen atom, and there is a lone pair electron. Now H plus have the vacant orbital. This lone pair electron is donated to H plus to form a coordinate bond. This coordinate bond is represented by arrowhead from donor to acceptor. So this is a actually coordinate bond is actually the combination of ionic bond and covalent bond. For example, say A atom, it has 2 electrons, B atom has vacant orbital. In the first step, 1 electron donated to B. So A atom 1 electron, B atom 1 electron. In the second step, the A 1 electron, B 1 electron mutual sharing. That is coordinate bond is the combination of ionic bond and covalent bond. First step is like ionic bond and second step is like covalent bond. This combination is called coordinate bond. Some example of coordinate bond I have already discussed in the drawing of Lewis dot structure. Say HClO3, chloric acid. Chlorine have 7 valence electron, 1 valence electron, half fill atomic orbital form sigma bond with oxygen atom, which form another sigma bond with hydrogen atom. Now chlorine have 3 lone pair, another 2 oxygen atom with 6 electron in the outermost shell form chlorine form 2 coordinate bond with 2 oxygen atom. So this will be the structure of HClO3, 1 chlorine oxygen covalent bond and 2 chlorine oxygen coordinate bond. So coordinate bond is formed by the unequal transferring of electron from donor to acceptor. For the formation of coordinate bond, one atom must have a lone pair electron and another atom must have a vacant orbital. The best example of coordinate bond that you will study in class 12, the formation of coordination compound or complex salt. In coordination compound, the metal atom have many vacant d orbital and the ligand which have a lone pair electron or negative charge, they form coordinate bond with the vacant d orbital of metal atom to form coordination compound. The coordinate bond so is a combination of ionic bond and covalent bond. Say water H3O plus, you know hydronium ion, this is common to all types of acid. In water, oxygen and hydrogen form 2 covalent bond and there is 2 lone pair electron on the oxygen atom. So there is H plus, it has no electron. This lone pair donated to H plus to form a coordinate bond and it form hydronium ion H3O plus. So coordinate bond is formed by unequal sharing of electron between 2 atoms. One atom must have lone pair electron and another atom must have vacant orbital where the lone pair electron can be donated and a coordinate bond is formed. So this is the coordinate bond. The another important bond is the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is very important. Without hydrogen bond, life is not possible. So why? So first you know what is hydrogen bond. Say you consider water HF molecule, hydrogen fluoride. Hydrogen have 1 electron in the outermost shell and fluorine have 6, 7 electron in the outermost shell. Now 1 electron of hydrogen and fluorine undergo mutual sharing to form a covalent bond, that is HF. This is a lone pair. Now in HF, the covalent bond is a polar covalent bond. Why? Because fluorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. So lone pair electron is shifted towards fluorine atom. If the shared electron pair shifted to fluorine atom, then around the fluorine atom the negative charge develop and around hydrogen atom positive charge develop. This type of covalent bond is called polar covalent bond that I have already discussed. If the covalent bond is formed between 2 elements having very high electronegativity difference, then the shared electron pair is unequally distributed and partially charge separation takes place to form polar covalent bond. Now HF is a polar covalent bond. Say this is one HF molecule, here negative, here positive. This is another HF molecule. Here positive, here negative. This is another HF molecule. Here positive, here negative. Now when this molecule come closer, then the negative charge on fluorine atom and positive charge on hydrogen atom attracted by electrostatic force. This electrostatic force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one compound or one hydrogen atom of one molecule and with a negatively charged atom of other molecule, this is called hydrogen bond. This type of bond is called hydrogen bond. Here also hydrogen bond is formed. This is called hydrogen bond. So due to hydrogen bond, the HF molecule come closer and they associated together. Either they exist in the dimer form. So hydrogen bond is formed always between the hydrogen atom of one compound, of one compound with a electronegative element, mainly oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen. Only these three elements, oxygen, fluorine and nitrogen, they can only form hydrogen bond. If these elements are combined with hydrogen, then the bond become polar. Then the positive charge of hydrogen and negative charge of oxygen, fluorine or nitrogen have a electrostatic force between the two molecules of same type or different type. That force is called hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond is, for hydrogen bond, presence of polar hydrogen atom is essential, and the element that is attached to the hydrogen atom must be very high, must have very high electronegativity and very small size. If the element are high electronegativity and small size, then partial charge separation take place to larger extent, and due to smaller size, the HF molecule come very closer, so the electrostatic force can operate between positive charge hydrogen and negative charge fluorine of the different molecule or same molecule. This electrostatic force is called hydrogen bond. So what will be the condition for hydrogen bond? Number one, hydrogen atom must be present. Number two, the element attached to the hydrogen atom, mainly fluorine, oxygen or nitrogen, must have high electronegativity and very smaller size. This is the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond are of two types. One is called intermolecular hydrogen bond, another is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. So hydrogen bond are of two types. One is called intermolecular hydrogen bond and another is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. One is intermolecular, another is intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond formed between two neighboring molecules of the same type or different type, either of the same type or a different type. Say HF and HF, here negative, positive, positive, negative. So this form, this is the inter of the same type molecule. Now say ROH alcohol and HOH water, here negative, here positive, here negative, here positive. This is hydrogen bond, this is hydrogen bond. This is also inter between two different molecules. So intermolecular hydrogen bond is formed between two neighboring molecules of the same type or different type. Here same type, দুটো molecule HF, here different type, one is alcohol, another is water. This type of bond is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. Or intramolecular hydrogen bond is formed within the same molecule. একই molecular ভেতরে হাইড্রোজেন বন্ডটা তৈরি হবে তোর, ঠিক আছে? সে অর্থোনাইট্রোফেনল benzene ring OH NO2 N double bond O2. So this is OH means hydrogen positive, oxygen negative, here oxygen negative. So this bond is formed between hydrogen atom of OH group and oxygen atom of NO2 group. Here the hydrogen bond is formed within the same molecule, not with the neighboring molecule. So this type of hydrogen bond is called intramolecular. Say salicylic acid, benzene ring OH COOH, here negative, here positive. So this type of this is called salicylic acid, orthohydroxybenzoic acid or salicylic acid. So this type of molecule, mainly the intramolecular hydrogen bond is formed if benzene molecule two group are present in ortho position, that is adjacent position, then only intramolecular hydrogen bonding is formed. So hydrogen bond is the electrostatic force between the positive charge hydrogen atom and negative charge of one electronegative element having very high electronegativity and small size. The in hydrogen bond may be formed within the same molecule or between two neighboring molecule of same type or two neighboring molecule of different type. এটা হচ্ছে within the same molecule, এটা হচ্ছে দুটো neighboring molecule of same type, here two neighboring molecule of different type. Now what is the importance of hydrogen bond? Hydrogen bond is important. If hydrogen bond is not present in nature, then life is not possible. Why? Because you know the water is essential for all living beings. Water exists in the liquid state. This is due to hydrogen bond. If hydrogen bond is not operate in water molecule, water exists in the gaseous state like H2S, then life is not possible. You consider the periodic table, the group 16 element, group 16, what are the element? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. These are the element of group 16. And group 17, what are the element? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, acetylene. Say they are hydride. What is the formula? H2AO, H2S, H2AC, H2TE, H2PO. Now normally all hydrides are covalent character. You know that in case of covalent bond, covalent molecule, the van der Waals force increase with the increase in size of molecule. So larger the size of molecule, greater will be van der Waals force, so greater will be melting point. So oxygen take a sulfur molecular mass basic, then selenium, down the group, the size of the molecule and molecular mass increase, so melting point should increase down the group. But this is true from H2S to H2PO. That is melting point order, H2S is most volatile, then H2AC, then H2TE, then H2PO. Why melting point increase down in this way down the group? Due to increase in molecular size. So van der Waals force increase. But water have highest boiling point among all these. Water ekhane chole asche. Because though molecular mass of water is very small as compared to H2S or H2E, but water molecule, the intramolecular hydrogen bond is present. Due to presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, one water molecule is bonded with four neighboring water molecule, and to break this bond large amount of energy is needed, so water have higher boiling point and melting point. At room temperature you have observed that H2S is a gas, but at room temperature H2O is liquid. That is, at room temperature water have higher melting point than H2S. This is due to presence of hydrogen bond. If we consider the structure of water, O, H, H, here negative, here positive, here negative, here positive. So this is another water molecule. So here negative, so hydrogen bond is formed. This is another water molecule. Here negative, so hydrogen bond is formed. So this is water molecule. Here positive, so this hydrogen bond is formed, and this is water molecule. Here positive, the hydrogen bond. It has been found that one water molecule is bonded with four neighboring water molecule by hydrogen bond. So large number of water molecule are associated together. When they come closer, their intermolecular attractive force increase, so melting point increase. So higher melting point of water in the group 16 element is due to the presence of hydrogen bond. Similarly, in group 17, say HCl, ekhane HF ache, HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Down the group size of the molecule increase, so van der Waals force increase, so melting point increase or boiling point increase from HCl to HI. But HF have higher boiling point than HCl and HBr. Why? Because HF can form intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So due to formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond, HF have higher boiling point than HCl and HBr. So this is one importance of hydrogen bonding, that is a higher melting point and boiling point of some hydrides of the compound. Another importance, you have noticed that honey is very viscous. concentrated sulfuric acid is viscous. This viscosity of the liquid is due to strong intermolecular attractive force. Due to intermolecular attractive force is due to hydrogen bonding. Honey or glycerol, they are very much viscous because extensive hydrogen bond is present between their molecule. Due to extensive hydrogen bonding, the molecule become very calm closure and their intermolecular attractive force increase. Greater the intermolecular attractive force of the liquid, greater will be viscosity of the liquid. So higher viscosity of honey or glycerol or glycerin or concentrated sulfuric acid can be explained on the basis of extensive hydrogen bonding. This is another important. Third important, normally when we discuss about the solubility of ionic compound and covalent compound, we told that ionic compound are soluble in polar solvent like water and covalent compound are insoluble in polar solvent like water. But many covalent compounds you have observed in daily life that they are highly soluble in water. For example, glucose C6H12O6, a covalent compound, alcohol, a covalent compound, sugar, a covalent compound, acetic acid, a covalent compound, but all are soluble in water. The covalent compound are soluble in water because they can form hydrogen bond with water molecule. Those covalent compounds which can form hydrogen bond with water molecule are soluble in water. For example, say alcohol, the formula of alcohol ROH or formula of water HOH, that is the hydrogen bond is formed. So due to formation of hydrogen bond with alcohol and water molecule, similarly acid HCOH or water HOH, hydrogen bond is formed. So due to formation of hydrogen bond, many covalent compounds are soluble in water. So these are some importance of hydrogen bonding. Okay student, any problem about the hydrogen bond? Hello? Any problem about the concept of hydrogen bond? You must remember the two types of hydrogen bond and some importance of hydrogen bonding and some give reason. So in the chemical bonding chapter there is only one portion left that will be discussed in the next class, that is the molecular orbital theory. So molecular orbital theory or MO theory that is developed by Pauling, very important for the competitive exam, that will be discussed in the next class. Okay.